This lesson is on returning multiple values from a custom-built PHP function. I have a list of names in a file. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. Go over here to the names list file. 5 names here. Bob, Smith, Jane, Jones. I put it in reverse order, separated by pipes. And I'm going to use these pipes in the program to pull the values apart using an explode function with a string delimiter. We've done that before, so you'll see that again in a moment. So I can add new names to the list by using the form. Steve, Barry, wasn't already there. Add name. So we see that I've been added to the file, and there's 6 rows in the table. And I'm down there at the bottom, along with the other 5 names that you saw in the file. All right, let's go look at the code. There, it shows the updated name. So here is the form itself. Just first name, last name, submit. Nothing too exciting there, but let's go to the PHP code. We gather the first and last name information, get the root, like we've done in the past. I'm pointing to the file name, nameslist.txt. Let me go up a little bit. Now, here I'm calling a function that I defined called add_to_file. And I'm passing the file name, the last name, and first name that was entered. Let's take a look. What does it do? Add to file. Here's the function definitions. Add to file with the 3 variables coming in. I open the file for appending. You notice that we added a new row to the information in the table. We didn't overwrite anything. I've stored the names here with these pipes, last name, first name, and pipe. Remember to put the new line character at the end of this string, so there's only 1 name per line in the file. So we write it, just like we've seen in the past. Close out the file, because I'm just writing one thing at a time. Now I'm returning this heading. Shows that the last name, first name has been added to the file. That's what we did before. Now down here, I return that. Now notice that if I had some problem opening up this file, the message would say, file not opened, and we'd see that in the heading instead. Let's go back up the code now and see what we did next. I printed this out. I printed out the heading that came back. And this is where you get to see how to return multiple values. Equal sign, so we do what's on the right first. Display table, file name. Well, that's the file name we were just dealing with. So let's go down and look at display table. Go all the way down, get down to here, display table, file name. This time I left the variable name the same, because it really doesn't matter. I just don't have to use the same variable name, but I can. So down here, I'm building up a table in a variable that I called $myTable. The first equal sign just sets the initial value. But from then on out, I build it up with the .equals, so it'll append that text to the variable. So I put up the first row with the headings of last name and first name, set a counter to be equal to 0, and now I open the file for reading. As long as we have a good read, we do a while loop. Remember the while true technique. That means somewhere in here I've got to get out of here, and I do it here. I read the line with the fgets, and if I get to the end of that file, then I break out of that loop, so I won't be stuck into an infinite loop. Now, let's go down farther. I have a line counter that I bump up by 1. That's the thing I set to 0 up here. So I would have a place to bump it up. So now it's equal to 1. And I'm doing this routine where I change the styles in the background. You've seen this before, where I had alternating colors, background colors really, for the rows on the table to make it a little bit easier to scan. So let's get down. Here, I explode the line on the delimiter pipe. That's going to pull apart the last name and the first name into separate variables inside this list function. Now, this is where I build a table with the last name and first name. You saw this, putting in a new row each time. When I'm done with that loop, I get to the end of the file, I close it, and then I finish off with the table tag here. Now, here's where the meat and potatoes is. I have an array. That's the line counter. That's the total number of lines that we saw on the form, on the web page when we ran it, and this MyTable variable. And I put it in an array, and I store that array in $return. Over here, if I had a problem opening the file, I created another array where I made the first value just be equal to no file and the second value will be equal to the word dummy because I'm not going to use that for anything. So I return this array in this $return variable. Let's go back up and see where this function was called, display table. Let's go back up to where we left off. It is right here, display table, right to the right of the equal sign. Now here's the trick. It's returning an array, so I could receive it into an array directly, but I really want those variables pulled apart. So just the way I use the explode to pull apart things on pipe, here I'm using the list to pull apart what's in the returned array. This is the first element of the array. The second element of the array is the table. So this is a nice little technique for getting multiple values returned from a function. You put the function name on the right side of the equal sign, and you receive it either into an array directly, which we haven't gone over in detail yet, but we will soon, or I receive it like this with a list, and total rows, the table. If total rows is not equal to no file, remember I set the first value of the array to be no file if I had a problem. So as long as I don't have a problem, then go ahead and print total rows in the table as the total rows. That was returned here. And then print the table, which is what was returned here. And you saw it. Otherwise, if I have a problem, no file found. So let's go back and just take a quick look at that output again. Here's the total rows in the table. I had there 6, and then the table itself. So everything worked well. So that's how you return multiple values from a PHP function. This ends our lesson on returning multiple values from a PHP function.